Hello and welcome to part 2 of our two-part series. This is a continuation of our part 1, and we're going to kind of link up with that, and we are going to link it together with a database, and we're going to create a loading screen. So this means that we can now start doing database stuff. So we're going to show how that is made. So databases is right over here in collections. They call collection databases, but still the same thing. So we're going to create our first collection by clicking create new collection, and we want to call this games or game. So our version is games, single version is game, collection is game. We need to have that in here, and that's fine. We know we want to have name, that is true. We want to have another text thing called box. Oh no, not text field. Cancel that. Oh no, not cancel completely. Can we not? Okay. Okay. Add field. Want to have image nonetheless, and call that box art. Yes. Box art. Save field, and we also want to add another. Let's do all that off later, because I can show you how to easily change things, and that's really it. We are done. We're almost done with that part. Now we're just gonna add, let's say, 5 items. Click. Oh no, okay, it's no items. Oh, here we go. Created 5 best random items for us. We can just replace all of these, and we know that we have Destiny over here, and we know that this is Destiny, and we can just save game, go down here, replace this one with Dota 2, just call it Dota II even for that sake, it's because we feel like it. Go into this one, replace this photo with Overwatch, and we can be funny and be like, this is called Oversalt. Save that game, go in here, replace this with StarCraft 2, and you start. Doesn't matter. We have. Oh, never mind. And we save that game like so. The reason why I didn't say never mind is because we can uppercase it all anyway, so it doesn't matter. I can write everything in lowercase, and it would automatically make it uppercase anyway. And then we want to do Watch Dogs finally. Yep, Watch Dog, another one? Oh, never mind. Watch Dogs II. And save that game. Okay, and that's our first database done. And how was it how you did this? You activated it by going into something. Yeah, okay, I remember now. You need to drag a dynamic list into a box art. Here we go. And games, right? Right. And then we're gonna do this. This is not really bad. I wanna put hold on. Is this correct? Empty state. We know that we want to do limit list to just 1. You want to put an image into this one? Yeah, that's how you do it. Okay. So goodbye with you. That was sad. Now we need to, okay, so we can redo that again, so we can just go over exactly what happened here. So what I've done now is I've gone into my dynamic list wrapper here, and I've said, so we know that we have items, we know the collection games. We can do different collections, of course, we can do more collections, but in this case we just have games. So we select our collection for games. We can actually go back all the way to here. So now we're back to this state right here. And we know that we want to have a dynamic list inside of this box art here. So we just drop that in. and we get a prompt over here to this collection. If we click games, and that kind of prompt is to pull in the games that we set up. So this game is going to be like this, and we don't need to bother about this because this one here is fine. We can then click show all settings to get over here. Now we know we just want one game, so we want to display the many items that we want. So you only want one item, so that's just one item now. And we want to grab image, and we want to grab box art, and then I think we want to drag an image into this, I think, and we get the image from games, select the field, box art, and there we go. And we know, show all settings, we know that this one is image box art. Remember when we made that before that tag? It now retains all of that information and pulls it back in, so we don't need to redo anything of that. So you just go, oh right, we want to use this that you created before on this. Done. There you have it. Now we want to do the same thing with Watch Dogs, right? So in here, we want to go back in here. I think we want to do it directly on the H1, perhaps. So we want to do a dynamic list here. I think so, at least, yeah. And then we want to do same thing here. We want to grab from games. And you want to show all settings. You want to limit items to 1. And we want to grab in a heading again. Make it a dynamic item, correct. We want to get that text from games, and we want to get from. All right, look. So now we're gonna do the name. So right now it knows that it's destined because it's the first one that comes up. Created on, it should be hold on, no, name, yes. So this latest one is definitely added. Okay, show all settings is correct, but we do know that we want to have H1 game title, right? So we go back in here, we know that this should be H1 game title. Boom. Now we can go back in here, delete that, and there we have it. So now these are dynamically linked, meaning that they're updated when you add a new item to the database. Now we know that we don't want to add a new game every single time, even if it's the same game. We're going to go back and all type of stuff, right? So basically, if I want to be like, oh, how do I add another game? Like, how do I do, StarCraft or Overwatch or anything else like that? Well, I can't, because it just pulls in the latest one added. It's the first one or last one added. That's going to be D1. So what we need to do is create a state for all of these, right? So we need to go into our the cogwheel on games over here. We need to add another field, and it's a switch. It's going to be current game, and save that out. And I want to save the collection, and then we can go into Destiny. I mean, this is current game. No, it's not current game. I'm gonna save that. But let's say we want to play some Watch Dogs. This now is the current game. Save that out. Click out here, and nothing happened, right? And we're like, wait, what? Nothing happened? Oh, that's infuriating. But what we want to do is actually go back into our dynamic listing, right? Yeah, and be that filters. This is a filter right here, so it should be current game is on, save. Now that changed. Cool, right? And do the same thing over here. Actually not in there. I need to go back into dynamic listing and be like filter, add a filter that is current game is on, and we save that. Watch Dogs 2. What? Now it works. So that means that we can publish this. That's a good idea. Let's publish this one. Open up in another window, and there we have it, right? Pretty cool. But then we can go back in here and be like, okay, so that's not the game I want to play today. I want to play some Oversalt. And we want to first of all go back into Watchdog to be a current game. Nope, it's not the current game. Save that. My current game. Oh, save changes. Cancel. Yeah, my current game is this. Save. Click out. Result. Over here. Refresh. Refresh. Oh, sorry. Actually, in the publish, click publish. And here we go. Changed. I mean, this is something that is pretty useful for almost anyone who's a streamer that can easily update a break screen and get it done pretty quickly. So that's pretty cool. So let's move on to the next thing. And then I promise this is not gonna, hopefully not gonna take too much time. And it's gonna be something rather simple, not too simple, but it's gonna be something that everyone should be able to make. And what we want to do is kind of have this loading screen come up before we see all of this stuff. I want to have kind of like a stream starting in 10 minutes, something like that. Something that is just looks a bit cooler than this. Just a pre-screen, pretty much, like kind of like get people hyped up a little bit about stream. So what we're gonna have is kind of have a image that is a GIF or GIF image, I guess, that is kind of displaying that for like 5 or 10 seconds, and that slowly comes down, and it kind of reveals this scene, or it can reveal anything else for that matter. It can reveal your gameplay, it can reveal, anything. But in this case, it's going to reveal this screen. So that's something that I want to do. That's kind of what I want to do. That is exactly what I want to do. Actually, that is exactly what I want to do, actually. So what we want to do right now is kind of create another div on top of this video background. So we're gonna drag and drop that right above here. So this is happening. So what I have to do is give our background a BG. We didn't have that before. Or you can use the all body tag, doesn't really matter. But what you need to do is actually hide overflow. So that happens. Okay. So that just enables us to get back this here, which is pretty important, I guess. And it's important if you want to keep that. And then we want to go into a div block here, and we want to give this a name of a loading overlay. Here we go. We want to put it into flex. We want to give it a width of 1080. No, 1920 pixels. And we want to give it a height of 1080 pixels, which covers everything, right? And we also want to give it a position absolute. We want to up this index to 1. And we want to see that there's nothing wrong over here. Alright, so remove that. Why doesn't that work? Is it because this doesn't have so we need to give it a color. That makes sense, because otherwise it's transparent, so of course even if it's above it, it's still gonna be see-through. Right, so now we got our blank canvas here. And what we want to do in this, we want to upload a image. You want to upload an image, right? And I wonder where I've put that. So I made a, no? Here we go. So I made this hourglass in Photoshop, or, yeah. Okay. It's uploading it right now. So I got this image, which is basically a spinning hourglass. And you can use any image you want, any animated image, or just create something yourself. In this case, I just created this, and it's just I think it's 3 or 4 frames long. Each holds for 0.2 seconds, so it looks like spinning. It isn't perfect, but that's fine in this case. It kind of fits with the whole pixel theme that I'm going with, or glitch theme, if I call it that. And the first thing we want to do is put an image. Just put it right in here. And we also know that we make it flex. I think we made this flex, right? Yeah, it's flex. Cool. Should it be flex? Maybe it shouldn't be flex. Anything else? Yeah, cool. I think that's alright. I assume a lot of things here, but if it works, it works. Okay. Our video background, our image. We know that our image should give a class of animation, and the animation then gets this image inside of it. Oh no, we just do like this. Click on this, replace image, asset manager, click on that, and there we have our little spinning thing. Now that's a bit too big, so let's just make it a bit smaller, like 200 times 200. Right, it doesn't. Right. Like that. Maybe even smaller, something like 120, maybe. Yeah, that's nice. Like that. As you can see, it's just a 1, 2, 3. There's just a couple of frames, and after that, like I don't have a mock-up for this. I didn't go into Photoshop and be like, oh, I want to create exactly this. I kind of just sort of like, okay, I know I want spinning thing because it's animated. But I guess I also want a heading below this, like so, yeah. And I want, I could, no. Let's not bother with putting it inside of a div. So just call this h1 whatever, loading, like that, and then we give this a good old 0 and another good old 0, and we give it a color of black, we give it a normal, we give it this, and what else we do? Give it a background, yeah, of this color, and then we can do a little bit of padding on the bottom and a little bit on the top as well, and a little bit from this side as well, like 30. Yeah, it's good. That's good. And then we need to kind of center all this stuff up, right? So let's also give this a 300. No, just give it more. Just give it 600. Yeah. And let's change this to something like loading stream ... even just on small lowercase, loading stream. Then we want to position all of these center, right? So let's do that in some way by going in here, I guess. Yeah. And how do we do this? Can we maybe just no? Huh. Is there some way we can just get them all centered? No. Oh, maybe if we give them all inside of a div. Maybe if we do like this, and then we just tell this div to be This is a good question to have. Let's push this inside of this and inside of this, and let's call this animation container. And let's think we can do this the best way. Fixed position? No. Auto position? No. Flex position? Maybe. Like so. So. Maybe. Have this. Like so. Right. And then go back to my here. Uh-huh. 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 I'm just trying things out. Publish, see if that happens, see if this works. Yeah. Yeah. Ah. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I probably want a little bit of spacing between these two, and also a little bit less width on this, so 500 is probably more than enough. And even smaller, maybe 25. Ah, that's pretty nice. And we can actually make this even smaller than to maybe like 350. Yeah, nice. Can pull on the padding to maybe 0. Oh. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. But we do need a little bit of padding on, or maybe a little bit of margin on the top. Like that. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. And now it's the fun part. Now when we just created this from thin air, I guess, except the animation, I guess, we need to create animation for this. So this is going to be, I mean, not super tricky or anything like that. It's going to be, you know, a different way of doing it. I don't think I haven't shown you know, this before, so it's going to be interesting to just see kind of if I can make this work. So in webflow we have something called, or something exists, interactions. There's something that's called interactions, and these interactions is basically animations depending on what you do on the page. If it were a web page, now this isn't a web page, it's just going to be loaded up. That's it. So we need to create a onload animation. So when it loads, this happen, then this happen, and this happens. Right. So we need to create a sequence of events, pretty much. As we need to select the element first. So you want to this, right? Yeah, select the element, and we want a new interaction. We can call this interaction loading, and we know that initial appearance should be just the way it is, right? Title, origin, done. Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. No, that's correct. This is appearance, origin. Add a trigger. So unload. I want you to wait. Not just, you want you to wait for probably more than this, but that's 500 milliseconds, you know. And then it's a new step. Okay, a new step, because then I want a move to happen. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Hold on. I want a move to happen. See? I want something like that happen. I want to have it pretty slowly, like over 1000, just 1000 milliseconds. And that's it, done. So I can preview this, and this will just be like, okay, that didn't work at all. Empty step, it shouldn't be empty step, it should be, oh, hold on, I see now. So this should be, doesn't matter, it should be in here. So this should be at let's say 5000. Done. Wait 5 seconds. Then we'll move down 100 pixels over the period of 10,000. Done. So we wait 5 seconds and move down. Doesn't work. Preview? No. Maybe if I publish it, will that work? Oh, okay. No, I haven't saved it. Publish. Open it up. just waiting for it to happen. Yeah, there we go. It slowly moves down. all right. So we can just go into this step over here and tell it to be moved down. I guess not 1000, more than that. It should be 1080, right? 1080 pixels down, right? Then we can go back into loading overlay. We can click on this again, and we can actually go in here and tell the animation over here to not wait 5 seconds, just to wait 2 seconds, so we don't have to wait for that long. In your case, I mean, you need to add as many milliseconds as you want this to last, like the loading stream. If you want it to last for 1 minute, you put in the equal of that in milliseconds, right? And then you just do that, you know. So you have that period of people being like, "Oh shit, something about to happen. This is just starting." You know what you could do is just you could have a video background. You could have any other background, like different all types of cool stuff. You could even, like in this case, you could even just like have your break screen being animated like this, the entire break screen. So then that comes down and reveals your stream, right? So pretty cool. Done. We can actually preview in here, I think, at least. Yeah. So there we go. There you have it. So again, all of these other things have so many different applications that are really interesting. Let's just publish this and see how it looks. Actually, if you have to publish it, you should publish it first, then open it up. There you go. So you can see, loads up, comes down, reveals our screen. Great, it works. Now, these of course have many applications, as I mentioned before, and I think that I know that you know, all of these things that we have created here today, you know, they kind of play with each other, and you can really use them to just get your stream to that next level. So with that said, I think I think that's a good ending part for this, and hopefully I get to talk to you very soon again, and I hope you can go to subscribe to this channel so you can get more of these videos. Of course, you can also go to blog.livespace.se, that's blogg.livespace.se, so you can, you know, get a little bit more information about how you can kind of grow your stream and how you can kind of market your stream or brand your stream and all that type of cool stuff. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this guide or walkthrough, and yeah, let you stay on and keep on watching. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye.